Some truths are so brutal, so utterly corrosive, that they shake your soul the moment you hear them. And you can never look at the world the same way again. Sigmund Freud, a name synonymous with peeling back the skin of the human psyche. He exposed us. But what he said about the mind of a woman, that's the truth that sends the modern world into a frenzy. It's so bitter, so unpalatable. Every feminist today tries to bury it. But tonight, I'm going to lay it bare for you. Slowly, patiently, like a surgeon cutting into a wound to see what's rotting inside. Because if you truly grasp what I'm about to say, you will never behave the same way around a woman again. Freud split the human mind into three parts: the ID, the ego, and the superego. Let's focus on the ID. It's our most primal, most instinctual drive. Hunger, sex, aggression, survival. That's its fuel. And Freud argued that a woman's mind is connected to the ID in a way a man's is not. It's a deep, tangled connection. They don't even understand why their behavior shifts. One moment nurturing, the next seductive, the next manipulative. This isn't a conscious choice. Their biology is driving their psychology. And this is what a man fails to understand. He takes her at face value. But that's just the surface. Beneath it lies a fire, a raging inferno of impossible desires. And that fire doesn't want your validation. It wants your domination. Are you starting to get it? Freud said, women are the great riddle of mankind. They are a contradiction. They want to be nurtured, but they are also jealous. They crave comfort, but often create chaos. They want security, yet find it boring. It's all part of their nature. They simultaneously want to be controlled by a strong force, but also have an inherent need to rebel against that very control. The more you chase, the more they flee. The moment you become detached, they melt. Why? Because an unconscious war rages inside them. Instinct versus morality. Desire versus duty. This is the truth Freud tried to explain, and society chose to silence. And now, for his most controversial, most suppressed theory, penis envy. The very term shocks and angers people. But listen closely. Freud wasn't talking about a physical organ. He was talking about a symbol of power, of control, and of a deep-seated yearning for agency. A girl reaches a point in her childhood when she realizes she lacks what the boy has. It's not just a physical difference. It's the perceived power and freedom that comes with that difference. The male moves through the world making decisions, taking risks, impacting his environment. And subconsciously, the girl wonders, why don't I have that power? This feeling becomes a secret, quiet envy. She can't control it. It's a force in her unconscious mind. And what's the effect of this envy? She's subconsciously drawn to men who embody that power. Men who are decisive, who are unyielding, who don't need her validation to feel whole. They are simply who they are. This is why women are drawn to men who aren't trying to prove themselves, but who just are. Men with their own masculinity, their own decisions, their own direction. Because of this penis envy, a woman finds herself in a paradoxical struggle. She's attracted to that power, yet also fears it. She desires guidance, but rebels when it's imposed. It is the core conflict of the female psyche, and it's what Freud revealed. But the world found this truth so uncomfortable, they dismissed it as sexist. But the truth is, this instinct is neither good nor bad. It's the part of us that connects us to the animal kingdom, where a primal drive overpowers emotion. And when you understand this drive, you can see the layers behind every one of her actions. There's no confusion, no misunderstanding, just a calm awareness. You stop reacting and start making decisions. Because now you know that what she does is often not a choice, but her nature. Narcissism and hypergamy. Freud also said that women are inherently narcissistic. They crave admiration. They need to be noticed for their looks, their emotions, their feelings. But this narcissism is also a dangerous fragility. When they don't get that attention, they feel shattered. This is when the manipulation begins. Silent treatment, the victim card, emotional blackmail. These are all defenses to protect a fragile ego. Don't think she's doing it consciously. It's an automatic, instinctual response. Like breathing. But this particular breath can kill your inner peace. Now let's talk about the oldest female drive, hypergamy. A woman is always attracted to a man who is above her. Not in height, but in his mindset, his power, his status, and most of all, his value. This drive is biological. Why? Because a woman needs security, not just physical, but mental and social. She wants to connect with a man whose presence elevates her and ensures her future. And here is the most bitter truth. The more a man chases her, the more he changes for her, the more he tries to make her happy, the weaker he appears in her eyes. Why? Because a woman senses value. And when she realizes you are now living for her validation, her attraction dies. She wants a man who will pull her into his world, not a man who agrees with everything she says. When you seek her approval for every decision, she stops seeing you as a leader and starts seeing you as a follower. And she will subconsciously begin to reject you. Slowly, the respect goes first, then the desire, and finally, the relationship. This is where most men break. They think, I did everything right, but she left anyway. No, you gave up everything, including your self-respect. Her mind pushed you off the pedestal you were standing on. A woman's hypergamous nature always looks up. Just as a river flows downward, a woman flows toward a man who is greater than her, one who can guide her, lead her. And if you fall, she won't stop to wait for you. She will move on. Because this isn't her thought, it's her nature. The solution. The question isn't whether she can change or if she will listen to you. It's how well you know yourself. Because until you understand yourself, every relationship, every woman, can become a trap. You must understand that a woman is not your center. Your purpose, your self-construction, your mental equilibrium, that is your center. If you stray from it, it's easy to get swept away in her emotions. She will test you, with words, with silence, with a turn back, with tears. And if you get swept away by her tests every time, she will know you are not stable. A woman wants stability. A man who is calm in the storm, who doesn't comfort her insecurities, but stands solid against them. You have to realize that a woman's mind is a shifting landscape. She will say one thing today and feel another tomorrow. This is her nature. If you take every word as the ultimate truth, you will live in a state of delusion. So don't listen to every word. Read her behavior. Understand the feeling behind every laugh. Recognize the test behind every moment of anger. And most importantly, never let yourself fall. The more you are solid in yourself, the deeper your attraction will be. A woman seeks a man who doesn't get swept away by her emotions, but who gives them direction, who looks into her eyes, but doesn't drown in them. And finally, find the silence within you, a silence where you can hear every sound in the world, yet never waver from your own truth. This silence is your shield. This awareness is your sword. And this self-knowledge is a fortress that no woman, no matter how clever, can ever penetrate. Women are not evil, and neither are men. But we are different, biologically, psychologically, and instinctually. And when you don't understand these differences, you'll break, you'll be deceived, you'll blame. But when you look into Freud's dark mirror, you get clarity. You see that not everything is in your control, but your awareness is. And that awareness saves you, elevates you, and makes you the man that no woman can manipulate. If this video broke something inside you, or perhaps opened something new, share it with those brothers still living in confusion. Tell me in the comments, what truth was the most brutal for you? And if you want more videos where we look at psychology through the eyes of raw reality, then subscribe to Mr. Unveil. Because this channel was created to kill your illusions and to make you a truly strong man. Stay aware, stay untouchable.